Hi, this is Jennifer, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to tie a belly dance hip scarf, otherwise known as a belly dance coin scarf or coin belt, okay? Now, I get asked this question a lot, but it's actually super easy to wear these. You just need a few tips, and I'm going to show you that today. So, a hip scarf or a coin belt or a coin scarf, okay, I'm only going to say one from now on. It looks similar to this. So it will be made of different types of materials. A lot of hip scarves are made from chiffon, which is a really great material because it has, what do I say? It makes it easier to tie and stay put. You might also find hip scarves that are made of silk, which are very beautiful, but they don't tie as securely. So they can more easily slip and slide like the game, off your hips. And when you're dancing, that can get kind of distracting. So I really like the texture of the chiffon and the fact that it really holds the tie. You might also see hip scarves in velvet or crushed velvet, and those will tie securely. I like those as well, and they look really beautiful. The thing about hip scarves and why would you want to get one? Well, I think the first reason is pretty obvious. They're fun. They are so fun to wear. And whenever my students get their hip scarves, it's like their whole energy lights up. It's just fun, and it makes belly dancing so much more exciting. It makes you want to like just put on your hip scarf and start dancing. So, okay, wearing the hip scarf makes belly dancing more fun, but there's another reason as well. You can see these coins, and when you're dancing, you can see the movement of the coins, and you can also feel the weight of them. And that can actually be a really great feedback for you. Am I doing the movement properly? Feeling the movement in your body. Just the weight of this helps you to feel the movement and will help you to get it better. So that's another reason. Like for example, I'll show you, when you're shimmying or when you're belly dancing and you see these coin moves, it feels like you're really doing it. So that's another reason to have a hip scarf. So you'll have the different materials, and then you'll have a number of rows of coins, and this is like a crochet with different beads, and this can vary a lot. Some hip scarves, there's more rows of coins, and so they will actually be heavier. Some of them have less rows of coins. Some of them are just heavier in general. Some of them are lighter. They make different sounds, which is fun. It's like they're instruments. Like some of them have like a lower sound. Some of them have a higher like clingy sound, clink, clink sound. Some of the coins are silver. Some of them are gold. Some of them have multicolor beads. So there's a lot of variation in the design, and of course the color of the hip scarf itself, which is great because you can pick your favorite colors and have, a few of them even, just depending on your mood and what you feel like wearing. Some of them are square like this. Some of them are more in a triangle. Some of them are also just crocheted. And I wear those in my videos sometimes if I don't want to be making noise, if I want that option. It's like any other clothes that you might have. You really just want a variety that appeals to what you feel like that day. So you can get these online. There's a lot of different vendors. I don't want to go into that too much. So let me show you how do you actually wear it. So what you want to do is you want to wear it at your hip line. So these are your hip bones, I would say. So it's basically where your legs come into your pelvis. So you can use that as a guide. And you can either tie it in the front or you can tie it in the side. It's totally your preference. I like to tie mine on the side most of the time, but if you were going to tie it in the front, it's super simple. You just would come here and you could either tie it in a knot or you could tie it in a bow. Now the thing that's important to know is that you have to get that balance in terms of you want it to be tied securely, but you don't want it to be so tight that it restricts your movements. And you'll know that right away. If you feel like, oh my God, I tied it so tight I can barely move, just loosen it up a little bit, but you want it to stay put as well. And then, so you could tie it there in the front, or I like to tie mine on the side because I feel like I can see my hip movements better when I tie it on the side. So I just tie it here, and then sometimes, you know, I might just tie it in a bow like that because then I can see what's happening in my hips more. The other thing to know is that coins and beads are gonna fall. That just happens. They're not the most resilient things in the world, but I've actually had some hip scarves that last a really long time and they don't lose a lot of coins and beads. So, but it is important to get a high quality one so that, you know, it has some longevity to it. So choose wisely and you'll come to know the difference in quality. This one actually came from Egypt and it seems very durable. So don't worry if your coins and all that come off. So as you can see, as I'm wearing this, it just gives more movement to what I'm doing. You can see more. So I highly recommend you get a hip scarf, coin belt for your belly dance practice because I really think it's gonna motivate you to belly dance. And one of the things that I recommend my students do is to take their hip scarf and put it in a place that they see it every day. That could be, you know, hanging over a chair in your living room, in your bedroom, over your dresser, whatever it might be, so that you get a visual reminder that, hey, I need to remember to belly dance today, even if it's only for 5 minutes. It really adds up and it really shifts your mood. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below and I'll do my best to get back to you. And I hope this helped you to feel inspired to get a hip scarf.